Previously on Tomb of the Lion Sword. Our group of heroes, two turtles and a lady, they tried to barricade the room in this new room that they found, which was like a hand fountain that they assumed was evil, but then as they got time to study it, they found out was actually kind of good, which kind of makes sense, some additional context for later on. But yeah, they barricaded the entrance, one of the entrances where they heard enemies coming from. It ended up being two phase hulks, which were not at 100% luckily, but yeah, they did quite a number on Yeotsu. He went down, but he was able to stabilize and pop himself back up. We did get some cool treasure and also learned that fountain, the liquid inside, could be used to damage enemies that maybe you wouldn't normally. It gives like a magical effect if you dip it's like a bless. So yeah, we know with an exceptional yes that more enemies are on the way. What will they do next? Let's play to find out. Alright, so my immediate thoughts is that, so we know more enemies are coming from here. Sorry about the glare. They're going to go in the opposite direction and start exploring that way. So yeah, let's use Nave and get an idea as to like what is in that next room. I'm curious. Alright, let's roll the old D-Hundo. What kind of room do we got here? 82. A sculpture gallery. Okay. A sculpture gallery with a room detail of an elevator. Okay, very interesting. That makes sense why they're not coming from that direction. 92 with the theme of tyranny. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, now how many different entrances and exits are there from this area? I'm actually going to do this with a minus, well, we know there's at least one, so we won't do the -1. 2. Alright, so we'll say there is the elevator, which will inevitably go down. We'll say this is the elevator, and this is whatever is next. We're going to try and put some more debris in the way so that, and how many rounds do we think we have until whatever this next wave is here? 3. Our boy is going to start studying these sculptures to see what he knows. Our fighter is going to start setting up the obstacles, and Jane is going to kind of listen for these other two paths. This is also going to be a 12. One thing that can kind of be weird if you get in your own head about this, in my opinion, is, you know, you're arbitrarily deciding this number, right? Or the GM is. Now, my mindset for this is that I'm thinking of a story structure. So I started with easy, I'm going to normal. It's going to ramp up potentially with the story and the encounters, and I don't know, we'll see, we'll play it by ear. But if that's a thought that you've had, that's where my head is at. And this is going to be effort based. We did have 3 rounds to do this. We're kind of leaning into the ICRPG effort. Although for her, I don't think we need effort for hers. I think we're just going to do a check, nice little wisdom check for her. Ooh, not good. So no, she's not going to get any additional information. And honestly, for him too, I think we could just do a check. 10 plus 3, we got it. So we're going to get some additional information regarding these sculptures. I think we'll probably end up doing like a discover meeting on that. And then our boy here, I think we're just going to roll effort. We get three opportunities. When you're playing an index card RPG, do you still do the D20 roll for this? I can see the argument for either one. I'm kind of just making a decision here, but in this case, with it being, oh, his basic, nothing. So 3, 9, and then he's got it. So yeah, he's able to set up another obstacle to help deal with anything that might be in the way. Now, Mythic, 1 page. We're gonna finally do an oracle roll. And our oracle roll is going to tell us that regarding these sculptures, we have 4 to 6, failure, and this is regarding tyranny, failure, valuable. Huh, okay, failure, valuable. I'm gonna write that down because I do like to put the oracle stuff in my log. So as Jane, the hunter, she's kind of listening in, and she does come back, and you know, she's like, yeah, other than I can just tell that, you know, the elevator clearly is going underground. I do have like a little bit of that cold air from underground. And then I honestly can't hear anything in the next room. And then the Torton, Yeotsu, kind of cuts her off a little bit, as you can hear Takeshi just smashing up some of these sculptures and just whatever other debris is in the area to build up this little obstacle before more enemies are on the way. Man, we're getting a lot of enemies. We'll get a chance to breathe eventually, I'm sure. Now, he's like, you know, this, he's looking at the statues and he's like reading like a story. And in relation to tyranny and the lion sword, maybe even relation to the Tortons too, who would be the tyrants in this situation? I'll say it's humans because Jane is there, so context. As he's looking at the sculptures and he's thinking about it, and he just says, you know, Jane, your people cause more problems in this world than they fix. Do you realize that? And I think Jane, how would Jane react to something like this? I think we'll just do like a yes, no. We'll say 50-50 because Jane's been pretty chill. 84, and I guess the question that I should have said was that, like, does she react negatively? 50-50. No, she does not. She does not react negatively. So yeah, she's kind of takes it on the chin. Yes, I do understand that, and that's why I don't deal with people very often. I actually go out of my way not to deal with people. Hunter, remember? Yeotsu just kind of has a little bit of a Torton smirk on his face, and he's like, yeah, this is just kind of a strange reminder that my people would be better off without the interaction of your people. I do kind of want to take a look very briefly just to have a little reminder on the Tortons here. So I think based on what we have, he was yanked from his studies by a cosmic cataclysm. So we'll say that the story is old as time, that humans were tampering with things that they should not have, and that is what caused this cosmic cataclysm. The cause for this cosmic cataclysm is them losing access or losing the lion sword. Now the lion sword, we'll say that between the Tortons and the humans, and maybe others as well, they view this sword as almost like Excalibur in a way, where it's just kind of like, if you have this, your people will have a purpose in a way. But the Tortons, they actually don't want it on them. They want it to stay neutral and safe. The humans at some point found it, wanted to control it. We'll say the Tortons maybe got involved, got it back. Humans and Tortons maybe not on good terms. So whenever these Torton refugees came, they came back, the humans did not exactly welcome them with open arms, which makes this relationship just that much more special. Now, let's try and get an idea as to what kind of menace we are dealing with next. 2d6 Something's on the way. Not doubles this time. Thank goodness. 7. Another Minotaur. We have another similar situation. Is the Minotaur by itself? I would say very unlikely. 87. No. No, it is not by itself. 4. You know what? I am going to veto. We're gonna say no. No more Phase Hulk. 6. Boar Worm. Now we're talking. So the Boar Worm, I believe, was not anything too crazy. So yeah, here's the Boar Worm. The Minotaur, I don't think is a pushover. He's got 3. So yeah, another Minotaur is coming in hot with 2 of these Boar Worms. So this is not good, but we do have a tactical advantage, luckily. We do have a tactical advantage, and very similar. I mean, I don't know if this matters, but we'll say the Minotaur's in the front. These Boar Worms, they don't have... So these Boar Worms, these abominable beings are not pure evil, but they function on territorial instincts. They hate all man-made things and reproduce by spraying prey with tiny digging grubs that pierce the skin. Ugh. Okay. And I'm actually even going to say, too, that the Minotaur has like almost like leashes for these Boar Worms as he is walking them forward. We didn't really have a whole lot of time. We used pretty much every little bit of time that we had. So I think we're just going to go ahead and roll for initiative. This is us, 14. This is them, 4. All right, lucked out. The obvious strategy of, warrior in the front, Yeotsu in the middle, because he's like warrior adjacent, and then our archer in the back. All right, Jane, do your thing, girl. We're gonna say this is normal. Oh my God, come on, Jane, what are you doing? What are you doing to me, Jane? Do I wanna try and dominate monster? Maybe, let's see. Can I dominate this, this Minotaur? That would make life a lot easier. Nope, and he is enraged at me, wonderful. So yeah, that is a whole lot of not good. And we'll say that our warrior is actually going to hold his turn here. We'll say that's 10 for them to break through. Okay, my iPhone is full. I really need to pay more attention to how full my devices are, storage-wise, not components. Jane missed. I failed to dominate monster. He is enraged at me. They're coming over here, and they are now going to try and destroy the barrier. Probably gonna have these Boar Worms go first, and these guys are little assholes. They don't have anything for like their effort. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and each one of them will go ahead and roll. That is 8, so it is still there. The Minotaur is actually gonna, is he gonna smash this? Yeah, he probably is. He's gonna smash it too. And probably doesn't even matter unless he rolls a 1. He does. Does his effort have... Yeah, we'll say his weapon effort for sure, which it would have to be because I just rolled d6s. Which reminds me, in my previous video, I definitely should have rolled a d8 and I rolled a d6 for magic, for the magic missile. But anyways, so yeah, they broke the obstacle. This is the moment that our warrior has been waiting for. He can now do some damage. Hopefully he's gonna target one of these damn Boar Worms. 14, that is a hit. He is using a weapon, and he has the Mace of Thunder now, which is pretty cool. So he's going to use that Mace of Thunder and only do 1 damage. Wonderful. Well, he's gonna do 3. He's gonna do 3, and one of them is stunned, which is good because they can do some damage, let me tell you. All right, so now it is back to our turn. Jane, don't let me down. She's gonna obviously try and target the injured one here. Ah, Jane! Jane, you were so good in the beginning. And I suppose, do I want to just do Arcane Missile? I think I do. One of these guys we gotta get rid of one of these guys pretty quick. Or do I wanna, how lucky am I feeling? Do I wanna try and dominate the monster again? That might be kind of hard. Or Mind Trap. I haven't looked at Mind Trap in a while. Yeah, you know what? Let's try and Mind Trap the Minotaur. Rolls are not on our side. But our warrior, he's actually going to try and hit the other boar worm, hopefully. Oh, man, we suck. We suck. Things are going to get real bad real quick here. Yeah, this is bad. So one of those boar worms is going to target the warrior in the front here. He has 1, 2, 3 options. Weapon can be used to destroy. Yeah, so we'll roll a d6. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stone Bite. Weapon if over 8 effort and 1 attack. Oh my god. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Got 3 options. 1, of course, you son of a bitch. Alright, so Tongue Lash. It's a weapon. Can also be used to destroy any inanimate object. I probably should have used that in hindsight for them getting through there, but whatever. Plus 3 on all rolls, 2 actions per turn. So that's 1. The second one will be a Stone Bite. Tongue Lash weapon can also be used to destroy any inanimate object. Okay, so there is no plus 3 on our guy here. Luckily not good enough. Stone Bite. 12. Also not good enough. Thank you. High defense. Luckily they can't really get around him. The other boar worm is stunned from that last mace attack. This will be our boar worms. They're pretty skinny, so I'll say both of them are able to kind of squeeze in there. Now the Minotaur, this shithead, the Minotaur can't really get to him. Yeah, we'll say the Minotaur is, yeah, his boar worms are in the way, so they have to deal with him first. Or with those. So yeah, I guess the Minotaur will hold his action. And yeah, I don't think he has anything to throw, really, that he wants to throw. He wants to hold on to his axe. Alright, so that's going to go back to us. Come on, Jane. Please. Please, Jane. 11. That'll do it. Gonna hit the injured one. Not enough to get a bonus attack, of course. That is a 4 plus 2, 5. So he's got 2 left. What are we gonna do? We really gotta take out one of these boar worms, so I think Magic Missile is gonna have to be the way. 13, that's what we like to see, baby. We are going to roll the D8, as we should. 6. Alright, 1 boar worm is down. We have 1 dead boar worm. Took a lot, but we did it. Can he stun the other one? That would be huge. 15, yes! 5, hell yes. So that is 7 damage on the other, but we still are gonna have to deal with that damn Minotaur. And he's stunned, so that's awesome. That's actually not looking too bad, but this Minotaur is still not gonna be, he ain't gonna be no joke, that's for damn sure. So the boar worm can't do anything. The Minotaur, I think it's reasonable with this one that he could probably like do something. He's probably gonna just use his battle axe. He's got a plus 3 strength. Can he hit the warrior? Is that even on camera? 8. It is, yeah, you can see it. All right, cool. 11, not good enough. So this strategy with our warrior in the front is actually, I mean, it sounds obvious, but this is working out pretty damn well. All right, back to Jane. Jane, does she want to... Yeah, I think Jane's going to try and finish off the boar worm. I wish she didn't. I wish she targeted the Minotaur instead. Oh, alright. So yeah, another boar worm down. So both of those guys are down. That was a nat 20. She actually gets to go again. Let's go. Nope. Alright. Jane, you are doing an excellent job sometimes. Alright, Warrior is going to... I think he's going to wait. He's going to wait. Do we want to be fancy or do we want to do damage? We're going to be fancy. Mind Trap. Come on. Come on. This will make things a lot better. Let's go! Mind Trap, baby. Alright, so we're actually not doing too bad. Alright, so this Minotaur is stunned for 2 rounds. Our boy is gonna come up, and whenever the Torton, Yeotsu, casts a spell, he's got his crazy staff out on one hand, and he kind of reaches out one hand as he traps this Minotaur in its own mind for a moment. That's just crippling this Minotaur of I don't know, what would be something very shameful. I'm going to assume this Minotaur has some type of tribe or something, and he's reliving becoming like disgraced in front of his tribe. So now let's see, can he do some damage? I think this is actually going to be easy because he's stunned. I probably should have applied that to the worms earlier. I did not. 14, that is a hit. Does that stack stun? No, I don't think so. I think a stun's a stun. 4. All right. Got a long way to go on this Minotaur, but he honestly might run too. So 6 damage on the Minotaur, and one of his turns has just been used. Jane continues to fire away and fail. Can I hit him with a magic missile? Yes. Yes, I can. 6. So that is 7 damage. So 13 total. Alright, he actually hasn't taken any damage. That Slayer ultimate ability, I don't know if it's the best choice for him. 16. 2 plus 2, 4. So that's 17. We got him most of the way, guys. I almost feel like with those mishaps or with those spell failures, maybe there should have been a mishap. I forget if ICRPG has them. I don't think it does. But yeah, so he hits him, and he will actually, no, he will be stunned because he just got hit. So he'll be stunned again for 1 more round because of that mace. So yeah, we're not doing too bad. Comes back to us, Jane continuing to fire. I mean, why would we do anything else other than this? Yeah, that is going to be a hit. Jane is going to do an additional 6 damage. 23. I'm gonna go for some magic missile action. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. We killed a Minotaur, guys. So our plan was executed perfectly, really. Yeah, that went very well. That went very well because that Mace of Thunder, I finally got the spell off. There was really no repercussions for me failing the attempts, so I could just keep doing it. May have to look into that. But yeah, the 3 of them looking back and forth, tired as that last set of magic missiles swirls around Takeshi in the front here as the Minotaur gets hit as it's stunned in the hallway. Now, do they hear anyone else coming? I feel like between those 2 waves, I think they might be okay for a while. So I'm going to say very unlikely that anyone else is coming immediately to investigate. 94. Yeah, no, nobody else is coming. Almost was an exceptional no. If we were just one more. So now we've looked at the sculptures and stuff. Is there anything that we can find on? Does the Minotaur have anything of note on him that we can take? We'll say 50-50. 96. Exceptional no. He was just some peasant Minotaur. Now, in the room, do we find any fancy loot in there? Roll a d6. 2. Ancient loot. Let's see what we got here. 68. We'll just roll with it, why not? Dwarfish hammer. Another hammer. It's a weapon, it's a magic weapon. Roll double ultimate on natural 20s. Oh boy. A dwarvish hammer. Is he gonna dual wield? Yeah, I'm not even sure how dual wielding works. But yeah, we're getting all the hammers in the world, and we're gonna keep that in mind. What's going on in this place with all these damn hammers? Man, alright, so that should be more than enough damn combat for a while. Now, do we want to take a look and go down the elevator, or do we want to go to the next room? I think we're going to go into the next room first. So let's take a look at what's going on over there. 78. Location, page 10. Okay. Interesting. 52. Lava tube. Very, very interesting. Lava tube with a mural. Drowning. Okay. Some interesting stuff there. So they walk into this next room and they look, and a lava tube. What the hell? I'm just gonna go with my gut on this. I'm not really sure what a lava tube location is exactly, but I'm gonna say as they go in this room, there's some type of see-through material that they are able to see through, of course, to see the lava. And there's a tube going right down the middle, presumably feeding down below to wherever that elevator goes. Does this room feed into anywhere? It feeds into 3 places. Okay. So 3 different options from there. I know that may not be good room design, but that's just how I'm going to lay it out. So there's this lava tube in the middle, and then on the mural, it's actually going to be a mural of two gods. 2 gods are battling it out, and they look massive. So they are like you're seeing a mountain off in the distance and stuff. These 2 gods, you're seeing like you're only seeing waist high on them because half of their body's like in the ocean. And one god is taking another god and drowning the other one in like a volcano, in its face in lava. I don't know why that's what came to me, but that's what came to me. And because of that, they feel like this lava tube, they have this, somehow they've been able to store this lava, whoever they is in this case, they think that it is, no pun intended, sacred, for dealing with whatever the issue was between those 2 gods. So we know tyranny is a thing. We'll kind of explore that further. I think there might be, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is there anything special about this mural? I don't know why. I just kind of get like a feeling. Any type of like, as they're looking at it, feeling it, understanding it. Is there anything extra? We'll say 50-50. 73. No, there is nothing. There's nothing of note, which means they really just need to just knowledge. There's understanding of this place as they continue to go to the next one. So yeah, they're gonna go into this next room in hopes that it leaves me on a cliffhanger so I can stop. Please let me stop. This next room is 17 here. A brewery, interesting. That is a 4. Archetype, page 53. 83, slimy henchman. Okay. 88, the stars. So as they enter into this next area, brewery, slimy henchman, and the stars. So we do think that there are, I think I need a little extra something, to be honest. I think we need an oracle roll. Give me something with this. 11. Change bright. Change bright. So they go into this room, and I think what actually is happening in here is that this room was actually some type of like magic science area. There's actually going to be a, I forget what it's called, like an observatory almost, whatever the hell it is, where you can like see the stars and everything. And this actually is probably going to be, this is going to speak to our Torton buddy here, because if we recall, beyond time there is a space of pure magical power. From there I have come. That is his quote. So this is actually going to mean something for him. So that's originally what it was, but it looks like slimy henchmen, mercenaries, bandits, whatever. You see their corpses in there. That they actually made a brewery out of this, and it looks like they were massacred by whatever happened here, whether it was the monsters or whatever. So you're seeing like multiple stages of what this originally was, what it became, and then what it is now whenever things got really, really bad. And the purpose of this room is that change bright. This room may have even... Is it possible that this room caused what happened? This comet, this cataclysm, whatever took place on this tomb? I don't know. But let's find out in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one as we continue to explore Sacred Art of Gaming together.